My name's Sonny DeHadley, I'm 36 years of age, and I've got a number of roles. The main one being I'm the manager of a charitable organisation by the name of SUIT, which stands for the Service User Involvement Team. But as of February 2017 marked our 10-year anniversary of basically standing up for the rights of drug users, as well as, you know, people with different forms of vulnerabilities. In essence, we're kind of living examples, being a peer-led service, meaning that all of us have had experiences of addiction ourselves. And we provide kind of positive role models so that people can kind of bring about, hopefully think about the type of changes they need within their lives to help them to move forwards.
My name's Paul Grokert, I'm from Bilston originally. Because they've helped me get back into normal life really, basically, because a couple of years ago I've been involved in drugs, and right now I'm just glad that I can just have a normal life really, basically, where I never thought I could.
I'm John Reid, I'm from Bilston, and I've been doing this for years now. You see them come in sometimes, there's some and they don't talk to you. You can see them in their own little world, you know what I mean? And they don't socialise much. I say, oh, come on, you're doing great, yeah, come on, like, yeah, come on, have a joke, a bit of banter or something. And they get into it and they start enjoying it. A little bit at a time, and they start coming back. And then the next thing you know, and, you know, they come shut them up.
It feels good as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My name's Neville Brady, I'm 39 years of age. I've been with it for a few years, it took a while to get to where I am now. Basically, when you're down and out and there's nobody there and you need help or a bit of direction, or just a friendly face sometimes, they were there and they're always in there. So that's why I use SUIT.
Dean Hammond, I'm 43 years old and I live in Wolverhampton. Well, in the middle of 2016 I was suffering from depression, anxiety, I was abusing alcohol and drugs in a bad way. I'd attempted suicide a few times, my benefits had been stopped and that, and I had nowhere to turn to, nowhere to go.
I came to SUIT and I keep coming back, even though now I'm 3.5 years clean, I keep coming back. They have helped me from phoning the job centre, sorting out benefits, not because I wasn't capable, because I wasn't in the right frame of mind. They've sorted out food banks, they have accompanied me to social services meetings, they've accompanied me to court, they have wrote backup letters, and then moving years down the line, they've backed me to get a university place. They've done a lot.
My name's Christopher Bell, my age is 53 and I'm originally from Birmingham. Basically I just try and help people or be a mediator for people who need help. But we don't just deal with alcohol and drug. Homelessness, people with JSA problems, employment problems, housing issues. Basically any kind of problem comes through the door, we just try and help people with their needs without being biased.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for SUIT, and it's been a massive help, massive help.
At the time, to be honest, at the time I was just grateful that it was sorted. I just couldn't wait for it to be sorted and get out the door. Looking back at it now, how things could have gone differently, really differently. You know, if they hadn't have sorted money out, if they hadn't have helped me with food, just the basic things. Obviously they always ask you, or it's always available to get back into treatment and get clean, but SUIT always seem to see that isn't the immediate goal. All right, you might be drinking alcohol or using drugs or in a bad place or whatever, but right now you're hungry, right now you've got nowhere to sleep. Let's sort those problems out first. Like I say, at the time I probably wasn't as grateful as I should have been. I was just, oh, okay, I'm getting my money, thanks, bye. Whereas now, I look back and I think, yeah, if somebody hadn't have been there to help, I would have had no money, I would have had no food, I wouldn't have had anywhere to sleep, I wouldn't have been able to find a house. What would I have done? What would I have done? I could have been dead, I could have ended up prostituting, I could have ended up drugged, I could have ended up in, never done a prison term, I could have ended up in prison.
It's like now, I don't think about drugs, like, you know what I mean, where before, when I used to get up, that's my first thing on my mind. And it's like, they would like help me to like get out of that situation, like, you know what I mean, so I'm very grateful.
For me personally, the biggest help was the use of the sports, the gyms, because obviously when you're not well, physically unwell, you do need to get your diet back on track. And one thing that did that for me was physical exercise, and it also helped me mentally. As I say, healthy body, healthy mind. So I started boxing with Suit and met people who have been through similar situations, so it's good that you haven't got people looking at you like, oh, look at this one here. We're all in the same boat, so it's nice to see other people grow as well.
I detoxed back in 2007 from heroin addiction, something that I battled with for a number of years. It affected me in ways that you know, you couldn't imagine really. I tried for many years to try and find ways and solutions to overcoming this issue. The problem that I had is that much of society was geared up not to kind of support people like me in getting well and getting better, and you know, looking back at it, I was quite stigmatised, and that traumatised me, which made me feel depressed, which, you know, drove me further into my addiction. And then not too long after that, I started thinking about ways in which I could do something with my life and use these experiences that I had, rather than putting them to waste or putting them to the side and not thinking about them. I wanted to try and use these experiences to help and support other people, individuals affected by addiction, but also to tackle some of these misconceptions and prejudices within society, which brought me to Suit, which was a brand new organisation at that point. And as a volunteer, I found that gave me a prime opportunity to use these experiences in a way whereby other people could listen to kind of my personal story, but then also to find ways in which we could listen to what people were saying and then feed that into feed that into groups or bodies that could bring about the changes that people were saying that they needed to make their service better.